Boy, good to have you back. You know, 56 signatures appear on the Declaration of Independence, as you well know, 56 signatures. And they put it all on the line. We've talked about that a number of times here. They put it all on the line. And I wonder how many people here today would put it all on the line to go forward. Their fortunes, their lives, they pledged everything. And that meant something then. Many hid in the shadows and did nothing. Douglas MacKinnon wrote the 56 Liberty Lessons from Those Who Risked All to Sign the Declaration of Independence. Doug, good to have you here. Appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
So tell me about this book. And tell me a couple of the people that maybe that we haven't heard of, that you found very interesting in your investigation, in your studies.
You bet. So the first thing is, as of July 3rd of last year, Steve, I had no plan of writing this book. And then on the 4th of July of last year, I was taking a tour through some of the more liberal media sites. And on those shows were guest after guest that were calling for the cancellation of not only the 4th of July, but the Founding Fathers and the American flag. And so at that moment, I just picked up the phone, called my publisher, and the book was created. Because my whole point of the book is, if our history is bad, let us condemn it and learn from it. If it's good, let us praise it and build upon it, right? But let's never cancel our shared American history. And unfortunately, if people don't believe that this can happen, they have not been paying attention to the last 3 to 5 years of the woke cancel culture in the United States.
Oh, they're canceling everything. They canceled the great Teddy Roosevelt statue because there was a black person on one side and a Native American on the other. So we couldn't have that statue in front of what was the Natural History Museum in New York City. Great statue of Teddy Roosevelt. No matter what you think of him, he was a man who loved America. You've got other people that have been taken down, torn down, bulldozed, wrecked, painted, destroyed. Every statue, every image, renaming streets, renaming schools, renaming parks. It is a whitewash of history, isn't it?
It is. As a matter of fact, Steve, I talk about Teddy Roosevelt in the book because what I talk about, and it may be a favorite speech of yours, it's one of mine, is his 1910 Man in the Arena speech,
sure.
Right? And Roosevelt basically said, look, it's the person that gets in the arena and fights the good fight, gets knocked down, gets bloodied, gets beaten up, but gets up time and again to fight for their rights.